Hi, my name is John Johnson, and this is part of this is another little video in my series on spirituality for everybody, including atheists. I want to talk about validation. Um, I have heard people talk a lot about saying things like, "Oh, you shouldn't rely on others for validation. You should look for validation from within." And there is a kernel of truth to that, but I don't think it's the full truth. Because how can you not look for validation? We all want to be validated. But here's how I've come to understand it, which is that so in this series, the series is about spirituality. In an earlier video, I just mentioned that. Well, so I'll just quick little thought experiment again. If you have ever had the experience where you presented yourself as one way to the world, but you felt differently on the other, on the inside, say for example, you showed the world or people around you that you were happy, but on the inside you were sad or angry or whatever. That moment, which we can all relate to, we're acknowledging there's two of us. There's the one we show the world, and there's the one that's on the inside. So let's call this one that's on the inside our spirit. Okay, so we just need to come back to this understanding, to the broader conversation about validation, which is that we don't have a mirror for our spirit. We don't really know, for how we physically look, for how we can actually look in a mirror and brush our hair and put makeup on or change our clothes and actually look and be like, okay, yeah, that's exactly how I want to present myself to the world. That's exactly how I want to be. But how we actually behave, we don't get to see that. How people, we don't get to see how that's reviewed at all. Our mirror for that is the reactions of others around us. So it's not unhealthy to look for. It's natural. It's like, oh, how am I doing? Am I an asshole? Am I, how am I being viewed? The problem with it is that not everyone's is an accurate mirror. So let's say people's reactions of us we use as the mirror for what our spirit looks like. The problem is those reflections of us from others, some of them are distorted. So let's say there's a couple types of mirrors, right? I think it's three, it could be four. But let's say you have somebody who views the world in a pretty unobstructed way, or as much as reasonably possible, and they have no desire to mislead you. So you're probably gonna get an accurate reflection from them. Okay. Then we have another type of person who has no desire to mislead you, but maybe they were hurt in their youth, or something happened to them that has made them, given them some sort of type of insecurity or anxiety, and they view the world now through this prism, this filter, and they have a distorted view of the world. So because of that, the reflection of us is going to be distorted. And then we have another type of person, which is somebody who, what maybe they do or don't have a distorted view of the world, but they, let's say, they are intending to control reality. They're a manipulative person. They don't want you to know the actual truth about yourself. So, we of these three, we have one type of person who can give us an accurate reflection of ourselves. We have another person who doesn't mean ill towards us, but they're not seeing the world correctly, and we have another person who does mean ill towards us. The reason this is all tricky is you don't know who anybody is. So just like pause there for a second and acknowledge that it's complicated. It's okay to seek for validation outside of ourselves. That's natural. What you need to do is you need to learn how to figure out or challenge feedback and validation, because it's not all accurate. It's not all accurate information. We want to take in notes. We want to improve, and we also want to not put ourselves in not make bad decisions based on bad information. So that's it. Don't feel bad for seeking validation outside of yourself. Ooh, one extra thing I just wanted to say. I know, if this is the first video you're seeing of this little playlist, there's a chance you don't know me. I made a little video of who I am and why I'm saying this, and you can decide for yourself whether or not you want to take any of this for value or not. But if you want to check and see if it's worth it, you can watch that little video there. All right, thanks. Bye.